Caleb, what are we going to do about climate change?
Well, you don't want to be Xi Jinping's tradie, I think, is the first thing, because if you bugger up that job, you're going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble. But what we're going to do about climate change now, we've been told many times, of course, cows fart too much, all this methane they're putting out into the atmosphere, it's destroying the world. We are all going to choke to death because we love meat too much. Now, you know, you could do something about that yourself. You could say, OK, I'm killing the planet. I'm going to turn veggie. A lot of people have done it. I wouldn't do it. I think that's why they're all so angry, these vegan people, because they never get to have a nice steak and a glass of red. But a bioethicist by the name of Matthew Liao has come up with the silver bullet. He is going to solve the climate crisis by forcing people not to eat meat. And you might say, well, bugger him, I'll just continue eating the meat. Oh no, he's got a solution for this. Take a listen to a recent TED talk he gave.
Human engineering. It involves the biomedical modification of human beings. 18% of greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock farming. So if we eat less meat, we could significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. Human engineering could help. We could artificially induce mild intolerance to meat.
This bloke wants to fiddle with the genetics of humans so we are allergic to meat, so we eat less meat. Can you believe it? Now, it will come as no surprise that the World Economic Forum has bought into some of this stuff. They used some of his language and suggestions through the Great Reset suggestions and whatever. But it needs to be noted, Mr. Liao himself has said he's not going to stop eating meat because he enjoys it too much. You could do something about it, mate, and turn veggie. But no, I can't do that. I enjoy the meat. So the other option is to just start fiddling with human genetics so he can't eat meat anymore. What on earth?
My favourite part about this story is he calls himself an ethicist. Is that for real?
Where's the ethics involved here? I really hope that people notice the casual way in which human engineering is being talked about now, because this is certainly not the first time on a TED Talk platform, certainly not the first time with regards to the Great Reset, etc. and so on. And it's actually been going on for many, many years now. A lot of people say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it's not. Some very diligent science people have done their diligence. There are studies available if you want to watch them, and if you read the source materials from our friends at the Great Reset, they talk about how they've got everything planned out for you, down to how many calories you can eat per day and what will be composed of that. We already know there's chemicals in our food, there's chemicals in our water, most of our fresh food is GMO, most of our meat is pumped full of hormones. That's why it grows much faster than it used to. I was reading with interest today that today's chicken grows 300% times faster than a normal chicken raised in 1960, just on a farm pecking around and being a chicken. Much bigger, because also not only breeding, but we pump them full of hormones. This is how we get these. And this plant-based stuff is being pushed everywhere. My Carmen's muesli bars, now there's a plant-based option. I gave you some plant-based chocolate the other day.
Oh, you did too. It was oat milk chocolate. I was, at that point, I was going to say, Liz Story, you're banned from the lab.
No, it was gifted to me. I was re-gifting. But the idea is, and that's Whittaker's, so it's mainstream brands now putting out these plant-based options. How long is it before it's not an option anymore? It's just all that's available.
This guy, though, he said that the shorter you are, the less body mass, the less imprint you make on the earth. He actually suggests later in this video that we should screen babies in the womb to find out which ones are going to be the larger ones, and maybe, you know, get rid of them to create less footprint on the earth. It's quite sinister.
Absolutely. And if smaller people are the go, then certain races would definitely have a leg up on others, simply because they are more petite by nature. So we're talking genocide here.
Oh, fantastic.
All right.